I'm Mark O'Neill. I'm CEO of Schoeller Holdings and CEO of the Columbia Group. Look, I think as we tried to explain in the Capital Link Forum, I think one of the major challenges is availability of green fuels, green ammonia, green methanol, and the infrastructure to deliver that to the vessels should they be there to take those fuels. It's quite obvious to anybody who is informed that these fuels will not be available in sufficient quantities for shipping, or that the infrastructure won't be there. We will come very much down on the priority list for those green fuels. Those green fuels are likely to go to the power stations that contribute 73% of carbon emissions, rather than the shipping industry that contributes 2% of carbon emissions. And perhaps that's the right way of going about this. Maybe if we tackle the 73% rather than the 2%, we're achieving our sustainability goals and are sufficiently carbon efficient to tick all the environmental boxes and needs. So I think that's the major challenge, is infrastructure and availability. And if the green fuels are available, what percentage of those fuels will shipping get? Probably very little, if any. To call a maritime industry a German or a Greek or a Cypriot is perhaps missing the point. We're an international business and an international sector, and the issues that relate to German shipping relate equally to Greek and other jurisdictions. I think the most pressing issues are to stay resilient in an ever-changing world. You know, as an industry, we are very resilient. We're used to being battered by waves and storms coming from all directions, geopolitical, financial, etc. And I think it's staying resilient. So staying resilient from a financial point of view, staying resilient from a technical point of view, staying resilient from a people point of view, and clearly attracting people into this industry, be it crew or be it shoreside, is a major challenge for us. So resilience and staying resilient, but at the same time staying dynamic, is a really big issue. Is a big issue for us. Well, look, I'm president of Intermanager, and Intermanager is going through a lot of change. At the moment, we have about 16% of ships of the worldwide fleet under second party, what I call second party ship management rather than third party ship management. We have to try to increase that, because I am a fervent believer that second party ship management is compelling. There's no doubt about it. It is a compelling proposition when one looks at scalability, when one looks at efficiencies, when one looks at investment potential in technologies and IT. And we have to encourage the wider shipping community that second party ship management makes sense. So how do we do that? We've now brought out our general principles, which address a whole variety of issues, from IT to technology to environmental to all the E, S and the G and ESG, and really try to raise the standards of this industry that's suffered over the last few years from a reputation of poor standards, to raise the standard to make this compelling to the rest of the shipping sector. And that's our biggest challenge now, to make that 16%, 40% or 50% or 60%, not spend all our time trying to take clients away from each other, which is what the ship management industry is doing at the moment. So that's the challenge. I think the general principles will get us there, and I think any client out there in the industry that looks at a ship manager who is not part of Intermanager and is not willing to abide by the general principles has to ask themselves why. Why would you possibly not want to improve your standards? And I think it will be a self-fulfilling prophecy. I think the number of ships coming into a better quality of ship management will increase, and ship management will be very successful going forward.